is going on, you guys? Welcome back to DriveHub and welcome back to the 2006 C6 Corvette Widebody. Yes, I know you guys have been asking for more information on this C6 Widebody since we added it to the DriveHub fleet around 2 or 3 months ago. And I do apologize for that. I see your questions and comments, and if I don't answer them right away, then they just get buried and then I can never find them again. So today I'm gonna do a walk around with you guys of the C6 Widebody so we can go over all of its mods and specs. And if you guys are interested in any of the mods that I've listed on this car today, I'll include links for them down in the description below. So here it is in all of its glory, the 2006 C6 Corvette. Now you'll notice on the fender right here, there is no Z06 badge. That's because this is not a Z06. I've had all sorts of people ask me if this is a Z06 clone, if it's a real Z06. No to both. This is simply a 2006 Corvette C6 with the Z06 wide body fenders. If you've seen a base C6 Corvette, then you'll know that it's not that wide. These are OEM GM C6 Z06 carbon fiber wide body fenders. And these fenders are 1.5 inches wider on each side than the standard C6 Corvette fenders. These not only mean you can fit a wider tire under there, it makes the car look incredible. Now adding more C6 Z06 flair to the base C6 is this Z06 front bumper. It's got the very sharp low-key air intake on the front. It has the large grille opening underneath, and then it also has the factory C6 Z06 chin spoiler down below, which will be getting changed out with a C6 ZR1 style front splitter from Kabuk that's just waiting to go on the car. Now down below here we also have Sharplight Innovations dedicated LED DRL fog light system. These have this awesome blackout panel. My install video on these will be going up in the next few weeks. These look very menacing when they're off, and when they're on, they look incredibly cool as well. Now moving around to the side of the Corvette, both the front and rear marker lights are completely blacked out, again adding a very, very menacing look to the Corvette. Now the most commonly asked question with this C6 is what wheels are those? So these are Avis forged AF501 wheels. The fronts are 19s. The rears are 20s. Now these wheels are 3-piece. They look very, very sharp on the C6, and they cost about as much as my C5 costed me. Factory on the front of a C6 base, the front tires are 245/40/18. These on the other hand are a 275/30/19, and on the back is where things get real interesting. Factory, the rear's a 285/35/19. Factory on the Z06 is a 325 ZR19. These are a 345/25 ZR20. An absolutely girthy as rear tire. And it's hard to tell because the car is so low and because it's black, but there's just a monster amount of tire touching the road. You may have also noticed that the brakes look absolutely massive in there. That's because these brakes are factory C6 Z06 brakes. The front are 6-piston calipers, the rear are 4-piston. They fill up the wheel nicely and add an incredible amount of stopping power to the Corvette. Not too much to see on the side of the car. The only other difference on the side here is, as I said, because these are C6 Z06 carbon fiber wide body fenders, you do have this little brake duct inlet in here. That's attached to the GM fender, so when you put that on, you get that as well. Moving around to the rear of the car, not too much done back here. This center spoiler back here is factory on the C6 Corvette, as many of you know, as well as this sporty looking rear diffuser integrated into the back bumper. What isn't factory back here is the massive quad exhaust tips. That's because this Corvette is equipped with a Billy Boat Bullet axle back exhaust. Ugh, that rolls off the tongue easy. These are the 4-inch round exhaust tips that come with the Billy Boat Bullet system, which sounds very, very menacing on the car. also have, hard to tell in there, they're Sharp Light Innovations LED reverse lights. They're incredibly bright and about 10 times brighter than the factory C6 reverse lights. Much needed upgrade. Now the whole Corvette, believe it or not, is sitting lowered on the factory bolts. It's not on coils. The C6, much like the C5 Corvette, has factory ride height adjustment bolts, and these ones, when dialed in with these wheels, looks phenomenal. So that's everything that makes the Corvette look as good as it does, but let's see what makes it go. Up under the hood here, there's not a ton done to this thing, just your nice clean 6-liter LS2 V8, making 400 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque. But this one is injected with air by a Veram Snake Charmer Ram Charger air intake, which looks very aggressive when bolted to the front of the LS2. That intake grabs air from way down below the front of the bumper. Now, bolted onto the front of the LS2 without any special tuning, Veram says you can expect to get like 10 to 15 horsepower gains, and with the Billy Boat exhaust on the back, the bullet axle back system, Billy Boat says you can get 18 wheel horsepower. Now this Corvette isn't tuned or anything, it just has the axle back exhaust and the air intake on there with absolutely no tuning at all done to it. That puts this Corvette around 430 horsepower, which funny enough is the same horsepower that the 2008 and on C6 Corvettes had, equipped with the LS3 V8. Those C6 Corvettes starting in 2008 with the LS3 V8 got a bump to 430 horsepower. So this LS2 with the air intake and the exhaust is making just as much horsepower as a C6 Corvette equipped with the LS3. Close this up. Now it's pretty factory in here. No aftermarket seats, just your base C6 Corvette seats. Factory steering wheel. Climb in here. Now one of the only aftermarket things we do have in the interior is this Pioneer AVH P4300. Go ahead and turn this on. That Billy Boat exhaust sounding amazing. But this head unit is really nothing to write home about. It's pretty ancient, it's not very good, and it's about as advanced as a Nintendo 64. Pretty slow. Graphics kinda suck, very old. Right, guys, so that's all the mods that are done to this 2006 C6 Corvette Widebody. I hope this either inspired you for ideas on your current C6 Corvette build, or answered any questions that you guys might have had about this car. Let me know what you guys think of this build down in the description below. There are lots more mods coming to this C6 Corvette soon, so if you aren't subscribed yet to the channel, now is a great time to, so you'll be updated every time I post a video. And again, I'll include all of the mods that I described today down in the description below so you can check them out. And once again, a massive shout out to Sharp Light Innovations for hooking us up with the LED fog lights and LED reverse lights. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Happy motoring.